Hey folks, Ron here. What was I going to say? I lost it already. Anyway, the sun is kind of fading, and unfortunately the house I'm going to show you is at this time of day, unfortunately it's the shadiest house on the street, but we'll do what we can. Anyway, I'm at the home today of the former home of Betty Grable, Madonna, Diane Keaton, possibly Harry Cohn, who was the head of Columbia Studios in its heyday, and others. And the craziest thing is, on title now, it's owned by, presumably at least, because she's on title, a woman who for years was petitioning saying that her mother told her that she, Susan, was the illegitimate daughter of Rock Hudson, believe it or not. And many sources say that the DNA has come back and she was, or is in fact, the illegitimate daughter of Rock Hudson. Now, Susan Dent, the owner, her husband Peter, they're Canadian originally, and he passed away in 2020. I can't find out what happened to him or what his profession was, but it looks like they were the ones who bought the house, I believe in 2012, for $18.5 million from the company Hilton Highland, of course, does a lot of real estate in Beverly Hills, and the Hilton part of that is Rick Hilton. His name goes Rick Hilton, his wife Kathy, and his daughter is Paris Hilton. So it's Beverly Hills, baby. Isn't that the way it goes? Okay, well, let's switch around. Again, I apologize about the shadiness of it. This is what I love about the flats of Beverly Hills in particular. It's not that one, but this is next door. What a beauty that is, huh? Beverly Hills, cars going by, and you hear, you see the gardeners, the landscape guys, and usually that's about it. Anyway, so this house was built in 1926 by the famed architect Wallace Neff, and Wallace Neff is the guy who, look at that, got a guard tower there. Wallace Neff is the guy who was the architect for, here's the tour bus going by. You missed one. Hollywood Tourism, they're not doing it. I'll do it. Wallace Neff is the guy who designed, among other things, as a camera. He designed Pickfair, which is up the hill, which has since unfortunately been destroyed by Pia Zadora and her husband. That was the home of Mary Pickford and Doug Fairbanks, and it was the Grand Palace in Beverly Hills. I don't want to go up the driveway because of the camera, but I can see a little bit to the back, and here's to the house. Let's see if we can see through here. I really apologize, but the sun, I just couldn't get up here earlier today. Okay, so we got a little bit there, huh? So it was built in 1926, and it's 8 bedrooms, 9 baths. So it's quite a large property. It's on about half an acre. I actually think it may be more than that. I don't think there were any extensive renovations till 2007, and that's when Diane Keaton did the extensive renovations. I've shown you her other house too that she had lived in Pacific Palisades. So like Madonna, Diane Keaton's kind of all over the place. And Betty Grable, I haven't researched how long she lived here, and again, it's kind of unconfirmed whether Harry Cohn lived here or not. This is the house next door, so this is not it. Let's keep looking. So, and while I was driving up here, it's a nice fountain. You can tell, look at this Mediterranean Spanish style. I mean, we can tell. I'd love to get in it. This is 1926. This is what Beverly Hills was, and all the fountains there. On the way over here, I was flipping through the dial and I heard my favorite Madonna song of all things, and now I'm filming one of her houses. This song, Like a Prayer, when she was still top notch, but that's another story. Anyway, I got a couple of Madonna stories. The one is I was riding my bike once and then walking the lake over at Lake Hollywood, which is right below the reservoir, next to the reservoir. And I saw Forrest Whitaker, and I don't know who he was with, older gentleman, trainer, relative, friend, agent, I have no idea, but I asked Forrest Whitaker, the actor, if he was prepping for a movie. He said no, just getting out walking exercise. But the guy he's with told me, hey, he said, yeah, you see up there, he said, and he was pointing to an area above Lake Hollywood, which is the Hollywood Hills, basically, and he said that Madonna used to live up there, and Madonna did, and she also lived a little bit later off Sunset Boulevard. It was very close to her. Wow, I'm looking at a huge round spider web. Now that's something they could not duplicate. Can you see it there in the middle of the frame? See that spider web? Whoa, that's not art, that's a real spider web. You can get a better view of it. There it is. See it? Right in the middle there. Look at that spider web. Holy shit. Wow, look at that thing, man. That's quite a spider web. Whew. Alright, I think I've been stalking long enough. That is a humongous spider web. Do that, they've got a fire department code. I just love this gatehouse. This guest former this former security check-in. I guess they built that with the house in 26. The camera's pointing down for people who show up there at the driveway. Now we're not too far also from, about a quarter mile down is Lucille Ball's former home. Look at that beauty. And Jack Benny's house. Peter Falk's house is across the street. So this is quite the hood, huh? And quite a large, that's the thing. The homes here have land behind them that we just can't see. So it's really remarkable. That's the landscaper watering, saying, what is he doing? Anyway, there were all kinds of Madonna stories in the early 80s. If you worked in Beverly Hills, like a coworker would say, hey, a beautiful woman coworker of mine over at Robinson's Beverly Hills in the cosmetics department, who was probably invited to lots of Hollywood parties, and God knows who she ended up with and where, but she said Madonna was at the Beverly Wilshire last night, and Ringo Starr is staying there, and I mean, it's crazy, but a lot of Madonna stories when she was, just moving to LA from Michigan. My other Madonna story is that I was working in Beverly Hills, and Madonna's brother, one of Madonna's brothers, came to interview, and he said his name was Ciccone. It's hard to pronounce. And I said, Ciccone. And I probably said like any relation to Madonna, and he clear as belly said, Madonna's my little sister. Madonna's my little sister. And, the guy wasn't really fit for the job, and there was something just a little, he really wasn't fit for the job. And also, foolishly, I thought he'd probably be a distraction. This was, when was this? About the year 2000? Maybe somewhere around that time. 2001, 2000, might have been later, might have been 2002, 2003. But I thought he'll be a real distraction. Everybody asked him about Madonna. But I tell you, if he would have been really qualified for the job, I would have hired him. But I didn't, and that's my other Madonna story. I'm sure he did well otherwise. I know that he told me that he worked some of the tours for a while, and was featured a little bit in the, I guess the 1990 documentary or so of one of her tours. He didn't work as much as the other brother for her, but he did work some. Anyway, I think those are all my Madonna stories. And Diane Keaton stories, I don't have to tell. I don't have that many other than she really is Annie Hall. Well, she's Diane Hall. I think it's Diane Annie Hall, hence the name Annie Hall, the movie. And like I said, if you look at my vlogs, you'll see another beautiful Diane Keaton house in Pacific Palisades near the ocean. Not too far from the overlook that overlooks the beach. Some beautiful homes here too. All right, guys, I guess I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a great one. And now I'm in rush hour traffic, so it's going to take a while to get back. Anyway, my name is Ron. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And if you do, hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button. Then you'll get notifications as to when I post. And please, guys, give me likes. I need them because I'm slowly inching up at the time of this filming towards 1,000 subscribers. And I really need that 1,000. And I wish I would have got to it sooner, but I've been very busy lately, and I'm only filming went from every day to like once a week. So maybe that's why. But anyway, please give likes to the channels. Comments are appreciated. If they're crazy and irrational and really nasty, I'll probably answer them and then delete them. But some I just answer and never delete. But there are very few of those. Most are positive. Here comes somebody out the gate of one of the neighbors. So I'll sign off there. All right, folks, I'll see you at the next location. Thank you. Bye-bye.